Picture the scene. A cold storage facility in Kentucky, 1982. A gleaming 1969 Cadillac Eldorado sits in perfect stillness, its rampur green paint catching the last rays of sunlight before decades of darkness. This is not just any classic car story. This is the shocking resurrection of one of America's most revolutionary luxury automobiles, emerging from its tomb with only 26,000 original miles. What makes this discovery so extraordinary? The 1969 Cadillac Eldorado represents perhaps the most dramatic transformation in American automotive history. Just 3 years earlier, Cadillac had taken an unprecedented gamble that would horrify traditionalists and revolutionize the luxury car industry forever. They abandoned the tried-and-true rear-wheel drive formula that had defined American automobiles for decades, creating something the world had never seen before. The story begins in 1967, when General Motors launched what would become known as the prestigious trilogy, the Oldsmobile Toronado, Buick Riviera, and Cadillac Eldorado. However, there was a hidden secret behind this bold move that most people never realized. While the Toronado had pioneered front-wheel drive in 1966, Cadillac's engineers were not content to simply copy their corporate siblings. They demanded something more sophisticated, more powerful, and more luxurious than anything before it. The shocking truth? Cadillac's decision to adopt front-wheel drive was not just about innovation, it was about survival. By the mid-1960s, the personal luxury car market was exploding, and traditional Cadillac models were starting to feel outdated compared to sleeker European imports and emerging American competitors. The company needed a revolutionary response, and they found it in the most unexpected place: racing technology. The front-wheel drive system was not merely borrowed from Oldsmobile, it was completely re-engineered by Cadillac's finest minds. They created what they called the Unified Power Plant package, mating a massive 472 cubic inch V8 engine to a specially designed turbo-hydromatic 425 automatic transmission. This was not just mechanical innovation, it was automotive artistry on a scale never before attempted. Yet here is where the story takes a terrifying turn for automotive purists of the era. Traditional Cadillac buyers were horrified by the idea of front-wheel drive. They associated it with economy cars and European oddities, rather than with the standard of the world. Initial reactions from dealers were so negative that Cadillac's marketing department had to launch an unprecedented campaign to convince America that front-wheel drive could be luxurious. Print advertisements featured dramatic illustrations of the Eldorado carving through mountain passes, while radio spots promised effortless traction no matter the weather. The 1969 model year brought changes that would make this particular Eldorado even more significant. Federal safety regulations forced Cadillac to abandon the distinctive hidden headlights that had graced the 1967 and 1968 models. Critics called it a step backward, but engineers knew better. The fixed headlight design allowed for more precise aerodynamics and improved reliability, crucial factors for a car designed to cruise at 120 miles per hour or 193 kilometers per hour. What truly sets the 1969 Eldorado apart is its extraordinary engineering achievement. The 472 cubic inch V8 engine produced an astonishing 375 gross horsepower and 525 foot-pounds, or 712 newton-meters of torque. These were not merely impressive numbers for the late 1960s, they were staggering. This engine was so advanced that it would not be out of place in modern supercars. Performance figures tell an incredible story of American engineering prowess. 0 to 60 miles per hour, or 97 kilometers per hour acceleration, happened in less than 9 seconds, with a quarter-mile time of approximately 16 seconds. For a luxury coupe weighing 4,555 pounds, or 2,066 kilograms, these numbers were simply extraordinary. But the real mystery lies in the driving experience. Unlike its predecessors, the Eldorado's front-wheel drive system created a completely flat floor throughout the passenger compartment. This seemingly simple change revolutionized interior packaging, allowing 6 passengers to travel in unprecedented comfort. The absence of a transmission tunnel meant that rear passengers enjoyed limousine-like space in a personal luxury coupe. However, there was a hidden flaw that engineers discovered too late. The single leaf spring rear suspension, while innovative, created a somewhat harsh ride quality that detracted from the overall luxury experience. Contemporary road tests noted that while the car was powerful and stylish, the suspension tuning sacrificed some comfort for performance. This trade-off would become a defining characteristic of the late 1960s muscle car era. Inside, the 1969 Eldorado tells its own fascinating story. High-back bucket seats were introduced exclusively for this model year, representing a complete departure from the traditional bench layout. These seats featured individual head restraints and a folding center armrest, creating a cockpit-like atmosphere that emphasized the car's sporting character while maintaining luxury appointments. The dashboard design represented another shocking departure from Cadillac tradition. The instrument panel featured simulated wood grain trim that attempted to compete with luxury European automobiles. While some critics found this faux finish unconvincing, compared to the more straightforward designs of earlier models, it represented Cadillac's effort to appeal to younger, style-conscious buyers. You will see that every knob, switch, and lever was designed for intuitive operation, reflecting an obsessive attention to human factors engineering. Technology features that seem commonplace today were revolutionary in 1969. The optional automatic climate control system eliminated vent windows entirely, replacing them with a sophisticated ventilation array that could maintain precise temperature throughout the cabin. The system was so advanced that it automatically engaged the air conditioning compressor whenever the setting moved away from vent, a feature that would not become industry standard for another decade. The AM/FM radio with 8-track tape player ensured that owners could enjoy the latest hits from Motown or the British Invasion with concert hall clarity. The steering system itself was a technological marvel. The rim blow horn eliminated the traditional horn button, allowing drivers to activate the 4-note trumpet horn by simply squeezing the flexible inner rim of the steering wheel. A telescoping and tilting steering column provided adjustment ranges that many luxury cars would not match until the 1980s. You will appreciate that every ergonomic detail was fine-tuned during exhaustive mock-up studies at General Motors Design Center in Warren, Michigan. One of the most intriguing features was the automatic trunk release system, activated by a discrete button inside the glove compartment. This remote access was considered so advanced that it appeared prominently in Cadillac advertising as tangible proof of the Eldorado's forward-thinking design. Another subtle luxury touch was the automatic leveling rear suspension, which maintained constant ride height, regardless of passenger or luggage load, using a self-contained air compressor and leveling valves. The paint color of this 26,000-mile example tells its own remarkable story. Ramper green was a sophisticated shade that appeared gray under overcast skies, yet transformed into a rich green-gold metallic in bright sunlight. This chameleon-like quality was achieved through advanced metallic flake technology that was both expensive and difficult to apply correctly, making it a relatively rare option that added a significant premium to the purchase price. Production numbers reveal just how exclusive these automobiles were. Total 1969 Eldorado assembly reached 23,333 units out of Cadillac's total annual production of 223,237 vehicles. That meant fewer than 11% of all Cadillacs built that year were Eldorados, making them genuinely rare, even when new. The base price of $6,710 represented serious money in 1969. Placed beside the average American family income of roughly $8,000, an Eldorado cost nearly an entire year's salary, positioning it as an item of aspiration, on par with fine art or high-end jewelry. Dimensionally, the Eldorado exemplified American excess. It stretched an imposing 224.8 inches or 5.7 meters from nose to tail and rode on a wheelbase of 126.3 inches or 3.2 meters. The broad-shouldered stance measured 79.8 inches or 2.03 meters across, guaranteeing undeniable presence, whether gliding along Park Avenue or idling outside a Hollywood studio. Braking systems kept pace with the Eldorado's formidable performance. Power-assisted finned drum brakes were standard on all four corners, yet forward-thinking buyers could specify optional ventilated front disc brakes that shortened stopping distances dramatically. Engineers quoted figures of 235 feet or 72 meters from 70 miles per hour to a standstill, competitive with many so-called sports cars of the day. The variable ratio power steering delivered just under 3 turns, lock to lock, providing the light fingertip control Cadillac owners demanded while preserving road feel at highway velocities. Advertising copywriters seized upon every technological flourish. Glossy magazine spreads declared that the Eldorado was the most daring expression of personal luxury the world has ever seen, while television spots, narrated by soothing baritone voices, promised that owning one would mark the moment you arrive without ever seeming to try. Dealerships even staged late-night unveilings under theatrical spotlights to highlight the shimmering paint and jewel-like grille. The restoration saga of this particular survivor reveals challenges that can daunt even seasoned collectors. After sitting in climate-controlled darkness since the early 1980s, virtually every rubber component had succumbed to time. Brake lines, fuel hoses, window gaskets, and even the flexible driveshaft coupler required meticulous replacement. The automatic leveling system demanded a full rebuild, including new diaphragm bags and restoration of electrical height sensors. Yet the low mileage meant that internal components of the engine and transmission remained marvelously intact, their precision surfaces still coated in factory assembly lube. What makes this car so significant in broader automotive history? The 1969 Eldorado represented the zenith of American automotive confidence. At a moment when European manufacturers emphasized efficiency, Cadillac doubled down on size, power, and unabashed glamour. The 472 cubic inch engine ranks among the largest passenger car power plants ever installed in a production vehicle, symbolizing an era when fuel prices hovered near 25 cents per gallon and horsepower was the ultimate status symbol. Front-wheel drive proved so successful that it reshaped Cadillac's future trajectory. Lessons from the Eldorado's development laid the groundwork for the front-drive revolution that swept through General Motors during the early 1980s, ultimately influencing everything from mid-size sedans to large sport utility vehicles. What seemed a risky experiment in the late 1960s became foundational technology for modern automotive design. Critics at the time questioned whether front-wheel drive could deliver the whisper-quiet ride quality Cadillac customers expected. Engineers countered with rubber-isolated engine mounts, subframe bushings, and thick asphaltic sound-deadening panels hidden behind nearly every interior surface. The result was a driving experience combining sports car-like handling with the tranquility of a luxury saloon. Passengers conversing in hushed tones could still hear the faint tick of the Cartier-branded dashboard clock. The Eldorado's mysterious allure extended well beyond mechanical excellence. It forged an emotional bond with owners who saw in its sweeping flanks a symbol of boundless optimism. From the Vegas Strip to Fifth Avenue, from Motown to Hollywood, the Eldorado became synonymous with success. Film directors cast it as the visual shorthand for power and prestige. Musicians referenced its name in lyrics celebrating ambition and escape. Contemporary road tests revealed surprising real-world efficiency. Despite tipping the scales at nearly 2.5 tons, or roughly 2,300 kilograms, the Eldorado could achieve 10 miles per gallon in city driving and 13 miles per gallon on highways. Owners accepted such thirst as the price of exclusivity, confident that the gas station attendants' double take as they pulled in was worth every penny. The driving dynamics surprised journalists expecting strange torque steer or awkward handling. Instead, they discovered that careful weight distribution and sophisticated suspension geometry delivered neutral behavior superior to many rear-drive luxury contemporaries. In foul weather, the heavy engine mounted over the drive wheels provided traction advantages that made the Eldorado genuinely all-season capable long before modern all-wheel drive systems entered luxury showrooms. Maintaining the 26,000-mile example demanded strict environmental control. The Kentucky storage building held steady at 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius with relative humidity below 50%, preventing condensation, mildew, and interior shrinkage. Even so, the car's original bias-ply tires developed flat spots, prompting the restoration team to source period-correct reproductions, complete with thin white striped sidewalls. Paint preservation tells a deeper tale of automotive chemistry. The advanced acrylic lacquer finish required periodic hand rubbing, with pure carnauba wax to preserve its deep luster, yet the absence of ultraviolet exposure during storage saved it from the chalky oxidation that plagues many survivors. Under bright showroom lighting today, the metallic flakes dance like sunlight on rippling water, a living reminder of 1960s optimism. Market valuations reflect the Eldorado's unique place in history. Well-documented low-mileage cars command six-figure sums at auction, drawing interest from collectors who appreciate the model's pioneering technology and sculptural beauty. Insurance underwriters rate restored examples at agreed values approaching those of European exotics, acknowledging that originality and provenance have become almost impossible to duplicate. The legacy of the 1969 Eldorado extends far beyond its production run. The engineering breakthroughs it introduced influenced powertrain packaging, interior ergonomics, and even crash safety strategies for decades. More importantly, it proved that daring innovation could coexist peacefully with traditional luxury, a lesson that remains relevant as the industry pivots toward electrification and autonomous driving. Today, the 1969 Cadillac Eldorado stands as a monument to American automotive ambition during the industry's golden age. It represents a moment when engineers pursued bold innovations without compromise, fusing revolutionary technology with unapologetic opulence. The result was a motor car that redefined what personal luxury could be, setting a benchmark that has never been equaled. This 26,000-mile survivor serves as a time capsule, preserving not merely a remarkable automobile, but an entire era of American optimism and engineering excellence. Its emergence from storage represents more than a restoration. It is the resurrection of a cultural icon that reminds us of what is possible when imagination, craftsmanship, and determination converge under one shimmering coat of Ramper green.